Yes, people, welcome back to Thai Sports Talk. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscription button and the notification bell. Because finally, Manchester United have agreed to sign Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford. The 26-year-old will join for 65 million plus 6 million in add-ons, 1 million in add-on additional to what the offer was yesterday, but the deal is done. Finally, Manchester United have their attacker. Manchester United have the player that they've wanted all summer alongside Matthias Cunha. Ruben Amorim, you have now 2 of your 3 targets in attack. Next, run me the striker. But finally, Manchester United fans have something to be rejoiced about, something to be happy about, something to believe that actually we're going to have a player or 2 in Cunha that can instantly impact this football club. Because Manchester United have needed it. Let's be real, guys. We've needed to change up this attack. It's been poor. It's been stinky. We don't see our team enjoying ourselves. We don't see us scoring 3 or 4 a game. We're always struggling to see out games. We're always scraping through wins. I just want to see my team finally start scoring goals again. And I'm hoping Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo now can provide that. Because that's what we need, Manchester United. We need to see our team start scoring goals. We need to see our team entertain. I'd rather see my team entertain and getting 2-0s, 3-0s and stuff like that and actually try and play expressive football, attacking football, but not always win. Rather than what we've seen in the last 2-3 years where, yeah, we've won a Europa League. We've won an FA Cup. We've won a Carabao Cup. But really, it didn't really kick us onto anything. That's the truth. It was kind of stopgaps. And look, I was a fan of Erik ten Hag. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. But we didn't really progress from there. They kind of just put us into a false sense of security that the club were heading in the right direction. And truthfully, it wasn't. We know we need new ownership. We know we need new players. The owners are not going anywhere right now. So we've got to deal with the new players first. And Bryan Mbeumo today is finally another positive signing for Manchester United Football Club. That is 2 out of 2. Diego Leon's obviously here now as left wing back, but he was signed in January. But I'm talking about summer signings. Cunha and Mbeumo are 2 out of 2. Because they're Premier League proven. They instantly come into Manchester United as starters. They play in 2 vital roles that we need in this system, which is the 2-10 roles. Yes, Bryan Mbeumo is a trademark right winger on the left hand with a left foot, but he's got the intelligence to play in a front 2, like he did with Ivan Toney at times. So he can play in this sort of half pocket 10 role. And then you look at obviously Ahmad, who's going to be another player in the Manchester United squad. Where does he play? Does he play right wing back? But then that allows Mbeumo and Ahmad to build up this connection. Ahmad and Mbeumo on the right-hand side? Ugh. I can't think of many better right-hand sides. I'm trying to think. Ben White and Saka. Ahmad and Mbeumo. Malo Gusto. And who's choked? Estavio. Man City. Is it going to be Phil Foden, Doku? Savinho, and they haven't got a right back at the moment. Liverpool, Frimpong and Salah. Yeah, that's cold. It's all right. And Mbeumo and Ahmad is good, especially when you're playing this formation, which is going to allow Ahmad to get forward as a wing back if he's playing there. Of course, Dalot is going to be competition. But, you know, at times it is going to be Ahmad and Mbeumo. Ahmad can then fly forward more because he's got the right centre-back covering him because it's a back 3. And you've got Mbeumo then picking up the pockets in the 10 role. And what I like about this as well with the Mbeumo signing is that him and Ahmad could literally rotate. One could drop in at right wing back at times and be the touchline winger, which Mbeumo's done so many times for Brentford. And that could allow Ahmad to then get inside and play in the left pockets. Or the right 10, but, you know, in his left foot in them little pockets. So that's what I really like about this signing. It's not just with signing Mbeumo because he got 20 goals last season. Of course, Manchester United need goals back in their team. We didn't score enough last year, and he scored 20 goals for Brentford, including taking pens. So that's really, really good. Matthias Cunha, another player, very good returns for Wolves, their main talisman, and we need goals. So them two provide that. But I'm talking about connections and build up play and what we can do and sustain pressure on teams. Cunha, and then Mbeumo, but then Mbeumo and Ahmad on this right-hand side, if they play together, them two rotating is nasty because I'm comfortable with Ahmad on the right wing touchline. I'm comfortable with Mbeumo there, but I'm also comfortable with both of them receiving the ball in the right 10 position because they can score, they can create. They're very unselfish players and they work hard. So this is a top signing for Man United, because one thing for me I've said about Manchester United is we've got to steer away from going to Europe and trying to buy these Antonys, these Hoylands, the unknowns, potential sort of players, getting fleeced for your money. No, go out and get your bread and butter. Go out when you're rebuilding and get Premier League proven players. And this is what this man is. He's been at Brentford since probably 2019 now, a good 6 years, playing in the Championship, then coming up to the Premier League and establishing himself as one of the best right wingers in the Premier League, providing that consistency last year. And then within himself, he's like, I've made it clear. I want Manchester United. I want Manchester United. And now he's coming. 26 years of age, peak of his powers right now. Bryan Mbeumo is coming to Manchester United. And now for me, the exciting part is when you look at it, this is basically essentially a new front three for Manchester United. It is basically a new front three, because I now look at this team and I'm thinking Hoyland was the number 9 last year, but now it's going to be Xerxes on paper if he stays fit. Right 10 is now going to be Mbeumo potentially. He's going to come in as a starter definitely for 60 million, 65, 70 million. Amorim's not going to go out there. Jason Wilcox is not going to go out there and buy him and put him on the bench. So Mbeumo is starting. And Cunha, again, given the number 10 shirt, they basically said, yo, do you want Diet Coke or normal Coke? Well, I'm going to give you the normal Coke and I'm going to give you the best can there. That is Mateus Cunha. He's got the number 10 shirt. He's got the big boy shirt. Yes, it's not number 7 because we know that's cursed, but he's got the Marcus Rashford number 10 shirt. That is basically saying, yo, you're going to be a main player at this football club. So we've got 2 new 10s. And then Xerxes, when you throw in him, like I said, it's basically a new attack, guys. Let's not get it twisted. This is a new attack because Hoyland was Xerxes last year. Xerxes shown that after he got booed against Newcastle, the bounce back and the return of him mentally, but also physically, he looks good. And what he showed us in his ball intelligence towards the end of last season, you can tell this guy is a footballer. This guy is a good player. And he's got levels to his game to improve because he's still young as well. So I want to see Xerxes currently, as I make this video with no striker in, as the main number 9. I'm sorry, Hoyland, you've been shown and given enough chances. And you've shown us what you can do. I just don't think you're good enough. But if you prove me wrong, then cool. That means Man United are in a good way. But Xerxes has to be the number 9 now. Then you got Cunha left and Mbeumo right. So that is literally a new front three we're looking at. That's exciting because it's not just the fact that it's a new front three for me that I'm excited about. It's this. This is a front three that can work. That is the big thing for me. It's not just bringing in new signings, new shiny toy. No, Mbeumo on the right-hand side, Cunha left 10, and Xerxes there as the 9 right now, presently. It works because Xerxes has this ability to bring others into the game. He's a very unselfish striker who can drop in the pockets. He's got high IQ. He's got a good touch in him. And when he does them little half turns and stuff like that, the space will open up. And when you've got players like Bryan Mbeumo, who's used to bombing on past Ivan Toney back in the day, but also bombing on for Brentford now when it's Johan Visser, he can make them darting runs and cause a threat to the centre-back and the left-back. Then you've got Cunha with the intelligence. He's not as pacey, but he can drop into the little holes, play off the left-hand side, come in, ball carrier, can dribble. I think this front three can really work. And I want to see a striker come in because I think another striker could also make it work. But right now, if this was the front three, I'm excited to see how it goes because we've got technical players, high IQ players, ball carriers, and goal scorers essentially with Cunha and Mbeumo. And Bruno will be playing behind. It's something to feel a little bit optimistic about. It is something to feel optimistic about. They've got to stay fit. They've got to stay available. Xerxes has his troubles already, got a little injury. Mbeumo, again, 38 games he played last season, consistent on the pitch and delivering with the goals and assists. Cunha, stepping up for Wolves. We know he's got that mentality, the South American heritage. He wants to be at Manchester United, and that's what I love about these 2 signings. It's not that they're just here and they switch up our front three. It's they want to be here. They want to come and help us get back to where we want to be. So they're part of this brigade. They're part of the process. They're part of the belief in what Amorim or what the board are trying to do. And we need that right now. We need hungry players. We need players that want to come here and try and perform because it was a shower of poo last year. And we have to be better. We have to be better. And I feel like with these 3 players here, they're all used to the Premier League. They're all good footballers. Now it's about showcasing it on the pitch and actually making it mold together and actually delivering results, because everyone's going to be watching Man United next season. Amorim did fail last season. He did worse than a lot of people imagined. So people are going to say, if you get your signings, then you're going to have to deliver more. I'm not saying get top 4, but we need to be winning games, winning back-to-back games we didn't even do, seeing a style of play. He's got a full preseason now. Now, hopefully, between now and the start of the season, we get a midfielder in and a striker in, and then at least we've got 4 starters, because that's what we need. We need a central midfielder, and we need another striker to go alongside Xerxes. Højlund, whatever happens, he can be a squad player. But we've got 2 players over the line, and them 2 players transform the Man United attack. It's a new front 3, and I do think this can work with Xerxes dropping in and then Mbeumo and Cunha bombing on. And even at times, you could actually have Mbeumo playing as the striker, and Xerxes and Cunha could play together as the 10s. I just think it gives it a bit more fluidity. It gives it a bit more edge. It gives it a bit more spark. And now teams can't just focus on Bruno Fernandes, which I felt like if you shut down Bruno Fernandes and shut down Ahmad, you really stop Man United, because the confidence of a lot of other players and the ability of a lot of other players is just not good enough. But now, if you have Mbeumo, Xerxes, Cunha, Bruno, Ahmad, you've got 5 potential weapons in the final third of Man United are attacking that you've got to look at. It means they're going to get space. It means they're going to get opportunity. So Amorim, you've got to try and make this work. You've got to try and make this work. You've got your 2 players in that you wanted, your top targets. I want to see a difference in this attack. I don't expect the whole game to change, but I need to see something. Not long until the Premier League now, 4 weeks, guys. So make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this content. Bryan Mbeumo is a red, and I'm hoping that he delivers. Big up, guys.